I remember sitting in a classroom one day, and a white Scottish teacher looked at this class of black kids, and he began to call us some names, like half-breed monkeys, black niggers, fools, retarded. I mean, words you wouldn't imagine a teacher saying to kids. And I sat there and I began to weep. And I felt so insulted as a human. Matter of fact, I began to believe him, because I figured maybe he's right. Maybe we can't learn. Maybe we are cursed. Maybe we are subhuman. Maybe there is something wrong with black people. And I remember running home to my mother with my brown paper bag with my book in it. We couldn't buy school bags. It was a shopping bag, was my bag at school. And I ran home to that house and fell before my mother, began to cry. And my mother did something that I hope every mother does. She looked at me, she held me very close, and she shook me. She says, first of all, don't you ever say that again. And then she says, I want you to read a verse of scripture, son, and don't finish until you can quote it without reading it. And she gave me her big Bible, one verse of scripture, Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. She said, you go in that little dirty room and you read that. And I went and I began to read the scripture. My tears were dropping on the page as I remember what the teacher said to me. And that scripture said one thing. It said, now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above, far beyond all you can ever ask, think, or imagine, according to the power that worketh within you. And I remember my tears began to turn into laughter, because I began as a little kid, 13 years old, I began to understand one statement from the Bible, that the power for me to be successful was not in the teachers, it was not in the educational system, it was not in my culture, it was not in my society, it was within me. And I began to think, God, if you are a good God, why am I poor? If you are a great God, why are these people better than me? If you make me in your image, why are they special and I'm a monkey? And that night, no thunder, no lightning, no earthquakes, nothing. I just heard a voice in my mind, and the voice said, I ask you to believe me, and you will be saved, not them. And that night, I made a commitment to believe what God said. 13 years old, I said, okay, I believe that I have the power to experience far beyond all I can ever ask, think, or imagine. 13 years old. And that's when my pursuit of God began.